afternoon to our new students, EBR, second semester 2025. We welcome you to Rusango University. We want to thank you for choosing Rusango University as your place where you do your studies. It's a moment we will not take for granted, and we appreciate your choice. We welcome you to Finance. I'm Kakoma Teddy, who's going to run you through issues to do with finance and student finance department. First and foremost, allow us to delve into the frequent asked questions. One of them is, now that I have made a deposit and I have my deposit slip, what next? So what we expect from new students, yes, you've made your deposit, and at the time you were accepted, it's possible you were given an ID number, you don't have an account code, a student account code. So that shouldn't worry you. What you need to do is, at an appointed time, you'll be asked to share with us your proof of payment. And that is a deposit slip. You might have paid via ABSA, you might have paid through Zanaco, you might have paid through Access Bank. Depending on the mode of deposits you made, others would have made via electronic. You would have walked direct into the bank, but at the end of the day, there is a transactional reference that is shared with you, either in deposit format or electronic message shared into your mobile. So those are the proof of payments that we expect you to come with as you report. Then after the orientation and the registry department and you have been given your ID number, you'll be advised when to submit your deposit slip to student finance. But for now, gently, and you need to jealously guard your proof of payment. Imagine you're just starting your semester now, and the program you're going to be doing requires you to go for 4 years. So at some point, it's possible there might be some errors into the information of your payment, and proof might be required. So what happens? You might want to reach out to the bank, and the bank might not have that available information that took place 4 years ago. So the onus and the duty is on you as a student to take care of that information. Advisory, we can just request, maybe as time goes, you find where you'll be filing all information as you start. Okay, so having mentioned of deposit slips, in the acceptance letter that was shared with you as our new student, you notice to say there is an account number that is given there, which was shared. For now, we stick to that account number. Whatever tuition payments, anything you are paying to Rusango University should be channeled into that account. And to those that don't have the account, that might not even have a chance to check through of the account number, I can still say it. Those that can take note of that, you are free to do so. And our Zanaco main account for Rusango University is 1017 77 95 00 164. I'll repeat that again. It's 1017 77 95 00 164. That is our Rusango University main account, Zanaco Monze. So that's an account number that you're supposed to pay your tuition fee as indicated in your acceptance letter. So there could be others that are in areas that where the facility might not be available, but things have been simplified. You can do Zanaco or bank to bank on your phone. You can try to do that. And where you have challenges, you can contact us to help you through with the payments. how you are going to facilitate your payment. So our numbers are shared on our finance portal, and under student finance department you find 2 numbers, and one of those numbers is my number, which I'm going to share right away: 0977 84 67 72. That is Mr. Teddy Kakoma. So you are free to call on that number to clarify on any challenges that you might face as you make those payments. Having talked about payments, let's dive into the tuition fee. So the tuition component, you discover to say it varies according to the discipline of your study. So if you are under health, for those that are still doing natural sciences, you find, say, if you're doing 24 credits, so per credit of those 24 credits, you are going to multiply 384 kwacha times 24. That is if you're under natural science. And for those that have already started measuring under nursing, this is where you find it's no longer a 384 but 380. So we should take note of that. Those that are under nursing, as you are beginning, you are required to do A-levels, and whilst you're doing A-levels, we'll compute your charge on the rate of 384, not the 380. Then we have the School of Business. The rate is 377. So the 377 is the figure you are going to use to multiply for the number of credits you are going to do in that semester. For example, if you are going to say, I want to do 16 credits, that's just an example. So if you multiply 16 times 377, you fall into some range of 6,000 plus. And that is the tuition you are supposed to pay. But to that, there are some other charges attached since we are first on campus. This is our initial stage. So to that, you are going to add 120 kwacha. The 120 kwacha is the student, for full-time is 120, but for EBR is 180. So 180 is SRC, Student Representative Committee. That's where that money is directed. Then as a new student, first semester, you are going to pay 285. That 205 is what we call registration fee. In simpler terms, we can say user fee. You'll be required to pay that 285. Then also you'll be charged for an ID, student identity card, which is about 72 kwacha. So you notice to say you computed your tuition amount. I just talked of two schools, that is nursing or School of Health Sciences and the School of Business, just as an example. But you discover to say there are those that will be under theology, those that will be in education, you name them. So depending in each school you belong. So these are the charges that you expect for the first semester. Then there is also an issue of attachment. I want us to take note of this because this one will come up, but not now, but at a later stage. Attachment fee, there are 2 components here. There is one for nursing and the other for the ordinary departments. Under nursing, you call this as attachment or practicals. So these ones you pay as you go to those attachments, and that one is advised based on the kind of attachment you'll be expected to do in that semester by your department. So departments will advise how much you're expected to pay and where you'll be going to do that attachment. But for those that are under medical, so these can be those that are in business, in education, in theology. There is the 1,600 attachment fee that you will be required to pay by the time you'll be going for attachments. But please take note, it has always been debated. There is attachment, the number of credits. If your attachment is 3 credits, by the time you are registering, we'll require to pay that 2 credits or 3 credits of that attachment. Then by the time the lecturer is coming to assess you, you would have be required to pay the 1,600. So we need to differentiate the 1,600 from the total charge of the 3 credit. So it's advisable to always register courses as you go. Failure to do so, it attracts a penalty when you do course without registering it. And it's discovered as you get towards your graduation and you'd want to do credence, and we notice to say you did a course that you never registered and it was not brought to our attention or your department's attention, you'll be required to pay a penalty of that course, then you pay for that course again. So we've talked of schools that are business, theology, journalism, and the others. Then those that are under environmental health. Environmental health, your attachment fee is 2,270. So you need to take note of this. Each time you'll be going for attachment, such a time you'll be going for your attachments, you'll be required to pay 2,270. So that comprises the charges you'll be incurring as you go. Let me also indicate it's very important to always check your portal to confirm the exactness, correctness of your payment, the money you made in the bank, the deposits, and the charges you get from our department, depending on what program you will be doing in that quarter. And there are charges for those that might want to be feeding from the cafeteria. Expect a charge depending on the number of meals you are going to reserve from the cafeteria. So you deposit your money, or your money will go into the account. Then at such an appointed time, you'll be required to fill in a form from the cafeteria, Rusangu University cafeteria. Then you indicate the number of meals you are going to take in that semester. Then we are going to at least compute the charge towards that, and you see the charge into your portal. And also what you should be on the lookout for is the issue of if you happen to be on campus and you are using the accommodation facilities on campus, there is accommodation charge. Depending the period, the semester or the quarter, there are specific charges to those hostels. We needed to share another number. It's like I've just only shared one number, which is my number, but we have another number for Mr. Mwanachambwa, who is head of revenue. So the number is 0978942866. In an event the other number is not going through, you can reach out on that number. Those are the numbers that you will need to reach out under student finance for any financial issues. We will share with you, for at least purposes of decision making. This might not be applicable in EPR, that is distance. You might want to maybe at some point switch to full-time. You should have this information. So there are several hostels around campus, and we've for easy purposes, maybe allow me to use, there are those we would say the high cost, the low cost, and the middle cost. So the high cost, this is where we find the hostels like Anderson, Clauson, Decha, and the charge there is about 1,674. Then you go to the hostels we have around like Primrose, Maranatha, that's a low cost, which is about 1,229. Then you have the medium cost, which is Monze, Bluebell, Gawain, Charlotte, and Victoria, and the charges under these hostels is about 1,282. So these are the charges under hostels. If there is any clarity or information, please, you can contact us on the numbers that have been shared. Then we still encourage our new students, the only mode of payment is the Zanaco that was shared in your acceptance letter. Make use of that account number, and peradventure you might have challenges depending on the area. You don't have the facility under Zanaco, you can reach out so that we can guide which other bank you can use depending on the times and fees we want to handle, because we want to segment fees. Not everything should go this side. We need to have separation of certain payments, so we will guide as we go. Thank you so very much. We want to still welcome you and thanking you for choosing Rusangu University.